Why is it they never give me bacon? I always like bacon, but they never give it to me.
Hail, salutations, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the G.N.A podcast, Games, Nerds, and Alcohol.
I'm not gonna, I gotta interrupt. I always have to interrupt the intro whenever I'm on now.
Yeah?
So, I interrupted you. Continue.
All right. Where we get slightly inebriated and talk about stuff. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard him. He's back on the show, Gravemind. How you doing, Grave?
Get to hear my sultry tones and watch as I swat away a gnat that is flying right around my eyeball.
But you're going to have to describe that because they can't see that. So you're going to have to give us as much detail.
What's the attack on that?
On a gnat? Oh, it's a gnat 20.
And ladies and gentlemen, you heard him. We've got Zyberblood on the show. How you doing, Zyber?
Fuck alternative connectivity on devices.
Yeah, man. Why can't we go back to 8-tracks?
Fuck yeah, man. Best audio quality out there.
I just want vinyl in my car. That's all.
Yeah, but you have to worry about skipping with that.
No, you gotta have shock absorbers, so, like...
Okay.
You don't have to deal with skipping.
Yeah, but if I've got my Jeep and I'm going off-road, then I'm going to be skipping, listening to the Bee Gees.
Just stick it in like a gyroscope or something. It'll be all right.
All right. That's a good idea.
That's the way you're going up a wall, your record player is just straight up, stick it on a bezel.
I like that. And ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already heard him before
gimbal.
the intro...
I believe it's a gimbal.
Gimbal is what I was trying to say, yeah.
All right. And ladies and gentlemen, if you have not already heard him before the music started playing on this podcast because he said something hilarious, we've got Damok. Damok, how you doing, bud?
I haven't said a single stupid fucking thing yet, dude. Don't wait, though, because I'm going to say dumb shit. But, yeah, I'm here, and I'm drinking, so I haven't said dumb shit yet.
All right. So, and you've heard me. I'm back. I'm hosting. I'm Blue Shark 45, for those of you who don't know. And now we're going to get into...
He's actually wearing a blue shirt, too.
I am, but I'm still not physically blue. I'm still not a shark, and I'm still not 45, and I'm still not sorry for all the lies.
Baby steps.
Yep. Maybe I'll paint myself next weekend.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the G.N.A podcast, and we have to talk about what we're drinking. So, Damok, what are you drinking tonight?
Oh, it's gone very poorly. I was like, hey, you know what? I need to stop drinking a little bit and start drinking some more water. So I have 3 of these Corona Familiar 32 fluid ounce things, and I've been taking a couple shots of rum to balance out the 0 alcohol content that these things seem to have. Because I'm one down, I'm into the second one, and there's no buzz going. So I'm sobering up. We're good to go, man. It's gonna be a great fucking night for me.
I'm a little confused here, Damok. Why did you take things from the CDC? You're not supposed to take things out of the CDC lab.
Oh, ha ha ha.
Well, it goes it goes good with his lime.
Oh yeah, it does. And there's a lot of weird fear about this coronavirus, but get fucked, dude. The flu kills 30,000 Americans, just Americans, a year, and the coronavirus is 500 people tops worldwide.
It's mostly media hype.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something that could be said about them, arresting people that are speaking out about it, but that's just the Chinese government. That's all right.
Yeah, let's not solve the medical problem. Let's arrest people first for speaking out against this thing. It's always a smart thing.
You're all wrong. It's their way of population control.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's a sick joke right there.
I thought it was a conspiracy theory that we engineered the virus and sent it over there so they would roll back on their tariffs so that we can get their products cheaper again.
No. The conspiracy theory is that they released it on themselves so that it would spread to Hong Kong and it would look like an accident because they got it first.
I could wear that tinfoil hat.
You know, they make a brand new beanie that has like tinfoil on the inside, but is all like stylish now, and they're marketing the shit out of it to protect you from radio waves.
Nice.
Dude, I could make my own tinfoil hat, and I've got a beanie that I can put over that. Thrifty motherfucker.
Now we just need tinfoil ear covers for when people wear their AirPods and stuff.
All right. Zyra, what are you partaking in this evening?
Well, like, the past couple of weeks, after I get out of this show, I'm going to work. So I am doing non-alcoholic, but I am partaking of a Fetterman's ginger beer. I like it with my Tomcat rum, so when I was at Target today, I bought every last case of it on the shelf.
What's that ginger beer like?
It is sweet, but not overpoweringly sweet. It has a very lovely ginger bite, and it even burps well.
I can't say I've ever had non-alcoholic ginger beer. Is it just like a ginger ale?
No.
It's sort of like ginger ale, but it's more natural. It's fermented ginger that's been carbonated, not extracted.
Okay.
It's smooth, creamy. It's very delicious. They also have alcoholic ginger beer, which is really good also. That's something I have in the fridge also. Some Krabby's English ginger beer.
Yeah, I tried... I forget which brand of ginger beer it was. Someone left it on the table at the office, and I took a taste of it.
Whose ginger beer is this? I'm going to drink it.
It was a non-alcoholic one. It was like Frito a Good Home, so I tried it. Was not a fan. I love ginger ale. Grew up drinking this stuff. Was nothing like what I was expecting.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if you like ginger, the root itself, like crystallized ginger or dehydrated ginger, then you're gonna like ginger beer. But if you're not a fan of the spice from ginger, you're not gonna like it.
And that's probably what my problem is. There's a lot of sugar, I guess, in ginger ale compared to the ginger beer that just overpowers that root taste.
It's not a fruit.
So I just muted my mic right there. Was it like really loud? Did it make a noise?
A little bit.
Did it? Okay.
That's all right, man. I make a shit ton of weird ass noises on the show. Don't worry about it.
No, I got used to it when I used to when I used to edit it. I got used to myself making stupid noises all the time. Mostly when I talk.
So, Grave, what are you partaking in this evening?
I just finished my first beer. It's from Cigar City Brewing Company. It's called G.N.A India Pale Ale.
High Lie is what
High
they call it. They call it High Lie down here in Florida.
Oh, I'm not from Florida. I'm from Arkansas, so I can pronounce it the way I want. You Floridian. No one cares about you.
You know, Arkansas is a little inbred, so they say things differently.
Yeah.
When are we not in the news?
Yeah. See, that's what you're known for, not for your pronunciation. Also,
Yeah,
I have a little dram of Glenfiddich. I just thought I'd pour a little bit extra.
What's that one like?
Glenfiddich, 12-year. I'll take you on a tour. Caramel, vanilla, and butterscotch. There's no smoke in it. It's really smooth. A little bit flowery, and a little tiny bit of pepper, but there's no smoke to it whatsoever. It's probably the cheapest scotch I have up there, so it's usually the cheaper stuff is a lot smoother and less flavor than the more expensive things. But for $40, it's not bad.
See, I like this. I like smooth. I don't like a lot of burn to it that you get.
You'd probably like this then.
Yeah. Glenfiddich?
Glenfiddich. I just call it Glenfiddich because I think it's funnier. It's Glenfiddich. And then I also have one up there that's a bourbon that you'd probably like. That's really smooth, although it's hard to find. It's called Angel's Envy. It's a bourbon finished in port casks. It's like 90 proof, and it tastes like a cocktail almost. That's how smooth it is.
Okay. And my last port finished bourbon was around there, but it did not taste like a cocktail. It burned like wild turkey.
No, this one is the smoothest whiskey I've ever had at that proof. It's crazy how smooth it is. Which is also odd because usually when you get more expensive, you don't want smooth, but I guess it's kind of its claim to fame.
Okay. And that was Angel's what again?
Angel's Envy.
Angel's Envy.
Yeah, hold on. Go ahead and talk.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am partaking in a dry hopped sour called Jam Up the Mash. And it comes
That's
from...
good. I like that. I've had it before.
Yeah, it was recommended to me by one of my coworkers. He had gone in, wanted something else, and they didn't have it, so he got this.
Collective Arts, right?
Yes, Collective Arts. And you can't see it, but it has a very unique... Oh, here we go. Musician Dear Rogue song Shakedown. I guess that's what's inspired this... the artwork on the beer can. So it's almost like looking at like a vinyl album when you look at this can and you see like this artwork on it, and then if it's got the barcode label, tells you what kind of hops it was that they used, if it's filtered, how to drink it, and then what it's called. And it comes in 4-packs. They're pints, so you get a little more bang for your buck in a 4-pack, but you lose like 2/3 of a beer that you get in a 6-pack. But it's
the Collective Art stuff. The packaging is always interesting, to say the least.
Modern art, interesting.
Yeah.
I always hate buying 4-packs.
Yeah, but this one you get a little bit more than you get just like out of like a 12-ounce bottle. So it's 52% alcohol by volume. It's not a very sour beer in my opinion, but going back to what we discussed last week, it's that palate maturity that you have, But normally when I have a sour beer, I can only have maybe 1 or 2 of these, and then that sour taste kind of gets a little old, and I want something different. With this one, I had 2 of these, and I only had packed 2 of them at a party, and I wish I had packed all 4, because this is very good. It's not a very strong sour taste. It's got a nice little citrus smell to it, almost a little bit you can kind of get a faint hint of OJ. I can't smell too much right now because all the dang pollen in the area has got me a little clogged up, but it's very smooth.
You got pollen. We got snow today, finally. Also, I want to clarify. Did you mean 5.2%? Because you said 52%.
Oh, yeah, 5.2. Sorry.
That's a pretty extreme beer at 52%.
Right.
Yeah, that's...
And they allow one can to be sold like that. Yeah.
Well, we're in Florida. We're a little more liberal with our laws.
And this is what I was talking about, Angel's Envy.
Okay. I'll look for that the next time like I'm trying to finish off all my liquor I've got before I start buying more. But Total Wine has always been a saving grace. That's how I found this guy.
I wish I could go to Total Wine. Don't have
they're-
Oh my God! When we
They're
went
great.
to Total Wine in New Jersey, holy shit! And
It's like
Daymock, oh my God!
We spent so much fucking money on booze, and then I spent so much more money at medieval times on booze.
Isn't it like it's like a candy? It's like going into Toys R Us for adults. Like you just got like 2 aisles of craft beers, and you've got aisles and aisles of wine, champagne. They've got a huge selection of bourbon. I found Methuselah rum.
Dude, first off, 2 aisles of craft beer. You're at a small one.
No. Like these are like full length of the store. Like these aren't like little short. Like this is like 25 yards at least.
And only 2
And it's-
aisles?
and
Holy
it's
fuck,
both
man.
sides. So you've got this side and this side, and then you go over to the next aisle and you've got this side and this side. And they got a
So
little
in
counter.
Virginia, they're not allowed to sell liquor at Total Wines. So it's literally wine and beer. And we have the warehouse size Total Wines. And oh, Jesus, dude. 2 aisles of craft beer? That's it?
Okay, I'll eat my crow.
That's all good. That's just fucking Virginia with its
That's-
weird ass goddamn laws.
That's what I want, though, is liquor at my Total Wine. I don't...
We gotta buy in ABC stores.
Of course, I can't even buy alcohol on Sunday, so...
Yeah, the city I live in is a little more liberal than some of the southern cities. Like you couldn't buy beer in Tampa. I want to say before noon on Sunday.
Here on Sunday, it's after 8 o'clock
AM or PM?
a.m.
That's
Yeah,
not,
but you said you're from Arkansas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can't buy alcohol on Sundays, but you can buy meth.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can buy alcohol on Sunday illegally, too. It doesn't... That really doesn't matter. No, you can buy weed on Sunday, though.
Hey, there you go. I mean, weed, meth, it is what it is. Now, I'm from California, man, so...
We have medical here. We don't have recreational.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm in Virginia now and have been for a really long time,
okay.
but... Yeah, no, it's always weed, meth, heroin, and alcohol everywhere.
gotta love them
no.
drugs.
Yeah, there's a lot of that here. Don't get me wrong. It's just... you can still buy beer on Sunday if you want to take the illegal route. Go to a bootlegger.
I'm bootlegger.
I
They exist
know
here.
it hurts me,
They really
man. It
do.
hurts me.
There really is bootleggers here.
That's our
Also-
Puritan laws for you. Well, moving on into State of Games. State of Games is where we pontificate on the state of games for us, what we're playing, or just how we feel about games in general. And let's go ahead and move this around to Grave. What's your state of games?
Well, right now I'm playing. Well, I say I'm playing, but mostly I'm just studying and wishing I could play. Kingdom Come Deliverance. It's a pretty nice RPG, very historically accurate. It got in a lot of trouble because it is so historically accurate that people don't like history, apparently. But yeah, it's just a really good medieval based RPG. And as for the state of games as the industry as a whole, like, kind of sucks out there right now. Like, look at Blizzard, all the crap they're going through. I think we're talking about them a bunch tonight. And it's not just them. It's like, Bethesda with Fallout 76 and Elder Scrolls Blades, and then Pokemon. A lot of people are mad about Pokemon charging like $14 a year for Pokemon Home or something like that. I don't know.
$19.99 for the 6 month, It was like $12.99 for 3 months and $9.99 for monthly.
Yeah, and that should be a free service, really. But
it wasn't for the 3DS. It was like $8 for the year or something like that. $8, something like that.
That's not too bad. But I don't know. I don't have a lot of trust in the gaming industry right now. Like, the only two games I'm looking forward to are Doom Eternal and Halo Infinite. And Elden Ring, that too. I don't know. It's kind of a pessimistic atmosphere right now, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get that. They've done a lot of stuff that's not very trustworthy, but I'd have to say, like, I'm also interested in the Halo game, but I don't know if I'm really interested in, like, this is going to be the most glorious game. I'm more interested in it to say, like, let's finish the story, because that's just how I am.
Well, the second trilogy, like, they need to save the story with this one, because it's been a shit show so far.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, like, in hindsight, everyone hated Halo 4, but after Halo 5 came out, everyone was like, Halo 4 wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the new Star Wars movies and then the prequel trilogy. It's like a lot of people see the new Star Wars movies and they're like, oh, maybe the prequels weren't so bad. They're all right.
It can always be worse, is what I like to say.
Exactly. But yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance right now, and just a pretty pessimistic view of gaming as a whole. Are you flipping off my cat?
No, I'm flipping off Pokemon.
Okay.
All right. Well, Zyber, why don't you tell us about your state of games?
Currently and for the past week, it has been Pokemon Sword, specifically. Still trying to get the last, 20-something Pokemon, which we have to do some trades so that I can round out those.
Yes, we will have to do that later this week.
And I need to find someone that has Shield to trade me the ones on the Shield side that are not on the Sword side. So, yeah. There's that.
Wait, didn't you buy both, the Sword and Shield?
Right, but it doesn't translate over to your Sword profile.
Oh, okay, go ahead and send me Shield then. I'll trade characters with you.
I gotta get a new Switch, or else I would play with you.
You have to get a new one? Like, what did you do to your old one?
I don't feel like sharing that on the podcast.
That's okay. We're no judgment place. Is that all for you, Zyber?
Yeah, that's about it. Well, actually, no. I did dive into a little Eternal card game, but that's about it. Yeah, now that's it.
Oh. Eternal card game.
That
Yes.
reminds me. Can I take the mic back for the state of games again, because I completely forgot about this. I bought 4 board games and have been playing a ton of board games, and I'm starting a D&D game on Saturday. And
awesome.
That I'm way more excited about that than video games right now.
Hey man, you don't like the story, you don't like what they're doing, that's the best way to go. You just start. I know
What you got?
I know Cecil runs a he runs a D&D campaign. Oh my god. so Damox holding up Monopoly, the longest game ever version.
Holy shit.
I mean, I don't know how they make that game
double
longer.
rings around the board.
Oh, and
it's 3
Monopoly
of every
gamer.
single fucking property, and you can't go bankrupt and lose the game.
Well, fudge. And is that just a Mario Kart version there, Zyber?
It said gamer, so I would assume it's not exclusively Mario Kart.
It is a Mario Kart adaptation into Monopoly. So you go around, and instead of collecting properties, you collect coins and whatnot. It's sort of also like Mario Party-ish. Collect stars and blue turtle shells to throw at people and really fuck their day up.
You see, I thought you were going to say you go around and collect games, and it's just like, this isn't what you do in real life?
That is exactly what we do in real life, though.
Well-
like are the like they used to be brown or purple, and they're purple or brown now. But like the first two properties, are those like Steam sale properties? or are the light blue ones the Humble Bundle?
Now that would be good. Damok, besides playing the longest game ever, what's your state of games?
Oh no, the longest game ever is still wrapped in plastic. Do you think anybody's going to play that fucking game with me? It says minimum 30 hours of game time. So,
I'll play it with you.
Yeah. I mean, it's a family
I'll do it.
record.
Hey, dude, if you're, snowed in, for some reason,
I mean,
Right. I'm waiting for the damn snow, but apparently it wants to go from, 26 degrees to 64 degrees and rain. God.
it snowed
We
here
got
today.
ice and snow, so it's gonna be a fun trip to work. Just like it was a fun trip home this morning.
So I'm getting none of that garbage, man. We're like, the temperature went back down to the 40s today, but then it was like, oh, it's going to continue raining, so it's going to go back up into the 50s. Like, man, this should be all snow. I should be snowed in. I should be teleworking and staying home and drinking all day. Fuck. But other than not playing any board games, Co and Cecil baited me, and I took the bait, and I fired up RimWorld again. So,
Woot.
Rim Job Mob, with all of its mods, is going strong, and yet I'm the only one playing it, so I don't know what happened.
You got conned.
You put money into it. Time and money.
No,
you put that into
I put
it, so
no time, no money. Like, I was like,
You
hey,
bought the game. That's the money part. The time
Dude,
into
I've
it was
owned the
doing the
game
mods.
since it was in beta, like
If it goes
years
on-
ago.
If it goes on Steam sale, I'll buy it and play it with you. I've been looking into it.
No, you don't want to do that, Grave, because as soon as you buy it, he's done. He's moved on.
I'm pretty sure
No,
we have.
that's not me.
I think that's how we all work. Is like,
No.
Oh, hey, you want to play this game?
Not
with me?
Daymok.
Sure, let me buy it. And then
Hold
you
on,
buy
hold
it,
on.
and
I
then it's
think,
like, okay, we're done with that game now.
Through our humble, I think we have RimWorld code in there somewhere.
Yeah, fuck, dude.
They had
I'll
it.
just
They had it
fucking
in the
buy for you.
packages like 2 or 3 times so far.
But
I stopped getting their bundles. I got burned a couple times just on bundles that were full of games that I'll never use, and I forgot to pause for that month. So it's just like, damn, they got my $12.
yeah,
It's going to kids.
I do the,
Damn those kids.
Yeah, fuck that. Like, I'm on the 3-month subscription, and because I've been a member for over a year now, I get the old classic instead of the new one that only allows you so many games. I get all the games, and I've been burned so many fucking times. I wish I wasn't on the 3-month, but there are some games that do come out that I'm like, oh shit, I'm glad I got it.
There's some that are like, yeah, I'm gonna pick that up right now, and then like you'll go 2 or 3 months where it's just like, that wasn't worth it.
Yeah, there are some seriously long droughts with it.
Yeah, but I mean, Co and Cecil decided that we were gonna try out the multiplayer mod for RimWorld, so I got super fucking excited because I know there's like 3 weeks on this podcast that I talk nothing about. Well, nothing except about RimWorld for the longest time, and
Rim job.
yeah, Rim Job Mob, baby, it is fucking
Rim job,
great.
Mom.
But so I started playing that again. I took all the characters, I decked them out within reason because we wanted to put limitations to make it difficult. And then I started up a test game to make sure that the 38 mods that I was going to add to the game for quality of life, was going to work properly.
Sure.
I mean, I took off
Quality of life.
like I took off 100 mods, right? I run my game with 100 mods. I narrowed it down to 38. I approved it through everybody. We were going to do that. I think we got Vintage on it, Co is on it, Cecil's on it. I was gonna play it. Anybody else is more than welcome to jump in. I'll create you a character, and then now it's just me playing with those characters.
Well, I'm sorry that you're playing with yourself so much, Daemon.
Yeah.
That's okay. I added a couple more mods so I can get nuclear weapons again. We'll be fine.
Nice. Destroy the world. Well, my state of games is it's a little. I think it's a little bit better than last time. I don't remember what I got to kill freaking Terminators this past weekend, and I'm excited about that shit.
Oh my god.
The Ghost Recon Breakpoint put out a new update the 1st of February where you got to meet up with someone from the future. It was not Sarah Connor. Instead, it was a girl who seemed to have shaved her head and had kind of like a mullet. But she was from the future, and she was here to warn us and to find us specifically so that we can stop the Terminators. And you run into the Terminator. He looks nothing like Arnold, but they still he still comes in with the iconic, SPAS shotgun and the, I forgot what the other magazine gun he had in his hand. It was like an assault rifle, I believe. And he has the jacket and such, and you shoot him in the face, and, he falls down like, your modern weapons can't do anything to stop him, and they run, and they give you this futuristic gun that you can use to kill him. But, yeah, I found some cool stuff in that. I don't want to spoil too much more about that mission. And actually, a lot of it's over now. Like, there was a lot of, like, side missions you could run, but they really weren't entertaining. They were more of, like, go in and kill some Terminators, but they had, like, the 2 missions with some story behind it. And I had a lot of fun doing that.
So, what you're saying is that in the future, the mullet is making a comeback.
Mullets
Unfortunately,
and
yes.
friendships. Mullets and podcasts.
So, what you're saying is we should all grow a mullet and do a podcast.
We could, but
we could call
I don't think my
the
hair's going to
mullet.
grow back from that one.
The mullet cast.
Or, like, you could start drinking redneck beer with it and say mullets and silver bullets.
I don't know. Damox doing pretty good. He's getting close to that.
Honestly,
I'm working on it.
You never know what'll happen next week.
yeah, I mean, I'm all for this. You guys let me know, and you all will show up with mullets, and I will show up with smoked mullet.
Smoked mullet? You're
Yes.
going to put your mullet on a smoker before you?
I'm going to get a fish. It's called mullet, and I'm going to smoke it.
Oh.
Horrible joke.
Yeah,
spiked-
that
I just
kind
spiked
of
my
wreaked
audio,
a little
so-
haddock on us.
Whoever gets to edit this gets to listen to me spike my audio, so you're welcome.
You're
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, sir.
Cheers.
All right, let's get into some topics. Let's see. I want to know what y'all's thoughts are on Temtem banning 900 cheaters and the promises that they have that they're going to keep detecting and banning people.
Good on them.
Yeah.
Absolutely good on
why
them.
Why would that be that bad thing? That's most certainly a good thing. I've also heard that Temtem is like what Pokemon should have been evolving to. A lot of people are really moving towards it over Pokemon now.
I played about 3 hours of it, and it's fun. It's a little weird, but it's fun. It feels pretty well put together.
Yeah, that's what I had heard.
Yeah, I mean, battle system is nice, smooth. It's direct. It was enjoyable, but I'm already playing like one monster catching game, so that's on back burner right now.
Yeah. But yeah. No, it's good. It's good that cheaters and modders are being banned. That that just ruins the integrity of a game, especially an online game.
Right, right. Yeah. I'm glad that they're also not taking inquiries from these people that are being banned. You're just banned.
Well, I guess it would be better if you could petition a ban, and that way, because I'm sure out of 900 people, at least one or two of them was falsely banned. But I mean,
So
I could be wrong, but I would still like to see a petition system to just argue a ban if you're that into it.
I would
Right.
agree with that. Arguing with a ban with the petition system is there. However, they've been very, very transparent. If you look more than just the article from PC Gamer that we have, it is players that have repeatedly abused exploits that have been published on websites knowing that it was a bannable offense. And it's only been exploits so far. And it sadly, the worst part is all 900 players were their top 900 players in other articles that you're reading. That's how people already ran through the game.
Oh, I see. Bans are final. We won't answer or review any ban appeal. We've made 100% sure that every banned user is either a cheater or has abused exploits intentionally.
Yeah, and supposedly on and not just the PC Gamer article, a couple other articles they explain further with more transparency, saying that if you exploit something the first time, second time, okay, but if you continually exploit it knowing that you're not supposed to do it, it becomes a bannable offense, which is in the terms of service. So if you use it one or two times, like, oh, hey, shit, I found an exploit, and then you report it, you're good to go, and they don't give a shit. But you keep using it, and then you tell other people about it, yeah.
And then they tweeted again, which I'm actually all for, so this was a happy ending in my book. We've decided to review ban appeals, even though every single one of those ones we checked are legit. Like you said, having a no appeal policy is not good. So you can contact us and put ban appeal as the subject in your email and include your in-game ID and username. So they actually did good. Yeah, you shouldn't have a no appeal ban. That's not
Right,
good.
but at first there are no appeal, and it's like, look, a cheater's gonna lie. I mean,
yeah, but still, like, you could have someone who's innocent who accidentally got banned, and then if they're
right,
banned,
but you
yeah,
could have someone fishing for why was I banned? Okay, I can write an article on why that ban happened, so other people can find a way around why they caught that.
yeah. I don't know. I would much prefer an appeal policy to banning rather than a no appeal policy. It just leaves a better taste in my mouth.
I like the idea of thanks for the fish, fuck you guys.
Well, here's the thing, though. If you're gonna ban someone who's exploiting something in like multiplayer, then I'm all good for that.
No.
But if I'm playing like in a single player game, like I kind of have this mentality of don't tell me how to play the game. If I want to play the game a particular way and your coding was deficient, fix it with an update. Do that. Why does it have to ban someone? Because I know they've done that in some cases where they've used, and it was kind of a gray line with the Division. They were banning people who were exploiting their first raid-like activity, because you could use those guns in a player versus player environment. But if these things, which I don't know too much about, if they're only in a player versus player environment, sure, ban them. But if it's player versus enemy environment, then fix it with a patch. You don't need to kick people out just for that.
Yeah. Take away, if they've gained massive, bonuses from using an exploit like that's a bug, then just take away the bonuses that they earned, and patch out the bug. But if someone's modding or intentionally cheating like that, that's not just an in-game bug, yeah, just get them out of there. They need
Or if someone is using an exploit that you're not patching, penalty box, time them out.
Yeah, there you go. Give a warning. Are these bands permanent? Did it say?
The first 900, yes.
They have swung that hammer, and you are not getting back up.
Yeah.
Create a new account, kids, because you're not going to be able to use that one anymore.
Yeah. Well, they are taking appeals now, so maybe.
Yeah, but they could just take them, and they could just be like, all right, we're listening to you,
They
but we're
could.
still standing by what the hell we
They
said.
definitely could do that. And it's better for optics if they did do that. I don't know. It's kind of a weird situation.
Any more thoughts on that, Daymok?
No, I mean, I'm okay with them permabanning people, and I really like that they have a review system across the board. I know they didn't at first, but it seems they're being very transparent with it. So I'm okay with the company. I like what they're doing. I haven't played the game yet, but I haven't played the new Pokemon either, so
Nice. Well, on to another article. I know this doesn't really affect any of us because we haven't gotten to this point in our lives or had anything unfortunate happen to us. But a new Xbox adapter lets people turn their power wheelchairs into game controllers. So apparently it's part of this whole like disabilities initiative that they've got. But there's a third-party add-on that takes the controller of your Xbox and translates it to whatever when you plug this adapter into your wheelchair. So if you like use your wheelchair and you've got something like a little less conventional, like than just like moving forward, moving back, left and right, you got like different things. Like some people have like, they can't use certain joints, they can't use certain muscles, so they have to like use like mouthpieces and the like. This adapter, as long as it's electric, will allow you to control your game with your wheelchair, which just adds on to their already. I think they already have like the
adaptive
disability
controller. Yeah,
they have like a disability controller, which is like it more looks like a big Super NES or big Nintendo controller.
It looks like DJ Hero controller.
There you go.
That's what it
well,
looks
see,
like.
this one is it's a lot different. I've seen their disability controller, but this one, from what I'm seeing, it plugs in, and once it's turned on, people that are in like motorized wheelchairs that are already used to operating joysticks and flip buttons can now use the wheelchair's joystick and flip buttons to play video games.
Which is great because when you use that in your daily life, that's something you're used to, and you don't have to like try to like, because especially like those flip buttons that you're talking about, that's not something that's there for a reason. Like you don't have a lot of dexterity like you need for like moving sticks or punching buttons. Like, so you have these flip buttons for, I've seen them. Well, I haven't seen them. I've had it described to me by my fiance who's is studying like to be an SLP. She mentioned that someone's, it's an eye optical device. It tracks the eye so they can talk with this iPad, so they control with their eye motion, but they something broke on it, so they had to go back to this flip board for answering like basic questions with basic answers. So this adapter, I think, is really great because it just opens up the world of gaming to even more people who either lost it or never got to experience it before, but can't use what Xbox's standard answer to the disability gaming question was this, this disability basic controller, but now this adapter lets you use what you've already been used to using.
Yeah, but to use the word a little loosely, handicap to standard players, some of those flip buttons are super sensitive. So, it could potentially, like, say, in a shooter where how quickly you can hit that trigger button depends on how quick you're going to shoot everybody around you. Those wheelchair flippers are super sensitive. Could act like some kind of like trigger, like turbo trigger.
I still think it would be a disadvantage in multiplayer. I think it'd probably be a lot more for letting someone that couldn't play a single player game play it. I mean, they're more than welcome to play multiplayer games, but I still think they would be at a disadvantage against someone with a controller or a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, I mean, mouse and keyboard is proven time and time again to beat controller or anything else we throw at it. But the greatest part that I've seen about it, aside from them releasing it for everyone with disables, they have partnered with the Department of Veteran Affairs and they are handing it out. And on top of that, Microsoft has actually allowed it without suing anybody or being assholes about it. People have hacked the device and made it available for PlayStation and for Switch games, and people are using it for all games. Now, Microsoft doesn't condone it, but they haven't gone after anyone for doing it yet.
And they only said it was like $35 to get all the materials to make one. And also, I'm going to make the crude joke and just be like, imagine that one person sitting there playing on their Xbox, and then something happens and the box shuts off, and then they just go.
That's horrible. We're going to hell already. Now we just got to a whole new level.
Daybach, I laughed in private.
I just
laughed
got
in private.
a Naked Gun image in my head, like
Yeah,
some
you
of
just
the comedical stuff in that.
Just sitting there playing a game, playing, I don't know, Division or something, you just, you're gone. I'm sorry. I started this show. You would expect something like that from me.
I'd expect that from this show.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on, so we don't go further into the depths of hell. Here's someone who does deserve to go to hell. Nintendo Switch hacker pleads guilty, faces child pornography sentence as well. So
This one's interesting. If you've read the article, it's pretty interesting. There's several articles about it, but yeah.
Tell us about it, Damok.
So the dude was 16 at the time and amassed a whole bunch of videos and pictures of underage girls. And I don't know if it was girls and boys or boys. It just says, underage minors, right? But he was 16 at the time of collecting all of the shit, and it was 16 when he hacked into Nintendo, and that's why he got investigated by the FBI to begin with. It wasn't until he was 18 or 19 that the FBI had enough evidence to go after him and collect everything from him. And because at that point in time he still had this folder literally labeled bad stuff, that had 1,000 sexually explicit videos and images of minors, then he gets registered as sex offender. He's pleading guilty to the charges. However, at the time, it's kind of weird. He was underage as well.
Right. That's horrible.
A gray area.
It is.
That's absolutely horrible. So, like, you're a minor looking at minor nudity.
Well, because you kind of have to, are the minors in question, were they the same age as him when he had this stuff?
That's something that has yet to be answered. I don't know if he was looking like 12-year-olds when he's fucking 16 and
if they're like little kids, then yeah, that's horrible. But if they're the same age as the kid is, then what? Yeah,
that's the hard part. That's what they haven't said. And even though he has pleaded guilty, the charges are not there just yet. So we'll see what the actual prosecutors do with it and what they say of what he had. Granted, if it was 3 to 4 years younger than him, then fuck it, dude. Prosecute that dude to the full extent of the goddamn law, period. If it was the same age or within a year or two, I mean, and now technically when you turn 18, you gotta delete the shit. Like it or not, it does not matter. You gotta get rid of it because it is what it is.
You're right.
Yeah, and
He
the
should have
other
had that foresight, and also he shouldn't have hacked the Nintendo Switch and did all that crap. So
Right,
I mean,
like he hacked the Nintendo
Well, he did,
servers
yeah,
to
servers.
get
He went
information
straight
on
after
the
it.
Switch.
yeah,
That's what started all this. He hacked the servers at Nintendo to get Switch information and leak that information, and that's what started all this.
yeah.
Yep, he hacked it back in October of 2017 when he was 16 years old, and he promised to stop his hacking. But nevertheless, from at least June 2018 to June 2019, Hernandez returned to his malicious activities. And that's when the FBI got directly involved, and then everything didn't snowball until at that point he was over 18, and now they're prosecuting him back, so it's really hard to say. If it was really fucked up stuff that he had, absolutely fucking set him ablaze. Do it the right way. If it was within the year or two of his own age, even though you turn 18, you know you should delete things, but these are girls that you grew up with probably, and everybody's got cell phones, and it's getting to be weirder and weirder and weirder, honestly. But nevertheless, it is what it is, and here he is. He's fucked.
Well, here's another thing that'll fuck you up. We had an attorney come speak to our class for some ethics class for professional engineers. These people that the attorney represented had posted a photo of their son or daughter, I can't remember which one it was, first bath on
Seen it.
Facebook. That's considered child pornography, and they got in trouble for
Absolutely.
that shit.
Yep, there are parents that had
cannot do
CPS
that.
called on them. You can't have these are little tiny fucking children. It's like, hey, it's my kid's first time in the fucking bathtub, and they're taking pictures and stuff like that. And it's not sexual, it's not expletive, it's not what it is. They're keeping them for family photos, and then the picture gets leaked on Facebook, or they just kind of put it on Facebook, and it's like, hey, look, such and such, boy or girl, and it doesn't even fucking show anything, and that's it. That's a big thing that went on for a really long time.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it sucks too because like I can see it online, it being an issue because like there's some sick people that would see that and get off to it. But the problem is though is that if you did that and tried to get a physical copy, like if you took the picture on film, say, and brought it into a company to have it printed, whoever's printing it could see it and like report you and be like, oh, that's child pornography, even though you just wanted a picture to bring home.
The same with digital prints at those kiosks.
Yeah.
They send that data out and it's scanned.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay,
and
now
like,
you have, whatever coming at you.
And like these people just want to like record their kids growing up, and no one's ever going to see it except for their family members. So no one has a chance to, get off to it. But
not just family members, man. Come on. Those are the embarrassing pictures that your mother shows to the girl that you are with for a while. I mean,
Yes.
we are all older gamers. I imagine all of us are in our
God,
30s.
baby books?
Some of us. Yeah, the baby
yeah.
books. where
Naked
you're
on
just
your
like,
blankie or in the
Right?
bathtub or...
right. You're
know,
in the
the
bathtub
time-
naked. And
Yeah.
your mom's like, oh, I'm going to show this to embarrass you to the girl that you're interested in. And like, look how cute he was. And ha ha ha. And now it's all fucking CP.
Forgot to close the
right.
door one time while I was taking a shit as a kid. And someone snapped a photo, and my sister used to hold that over my freaking head. I found that photo, and I took a pair of scissors to it when I was a kid because I got so pissed. She used to drive. She would find something. Her and my cousin would find something to just drive me up the wall and keep pushing my,
Oh my God.
buttons over
That would
and
have
over
been
again.
the picture that you put on your graduation from engineering school cake.
Child pornography.
That's like my sister and her friend. They I was like 5 or 6 at the time, maybe a little bit older, maybe 8 or 9 because we were in Arkansas and I would have been in California before then. Anyway, they dragged me into her room with the movie The Thinner on, where the dude's face melts off, and held my eyes open to make me watch it. And I'm pretty sure I'm still traumatized to this day because of that.
I don't like people with super loose skin because of that movie.
And
Like people that lose weight way too quick. Oh man, that makes me
Whoa,
think
what
of-
was that? Like 30 days, 30 beers, or whatever that dude, he had the old beer diet for 30 days and he lost like 40 pounds. I was like, shit, I gotta do that, man.
well, you can get all your calories and nutrition from a beer. I'm pretty sure that your liver's not going to be too happy about it. And,
Oh, my liver's not happy with me anyways.
yeah. And I would also supplement a few things, but an all beer diet is an actual diet that some people do. It works, but I don't know. There's detrimental health effects to it as well.
Well, anything will kill you. But right now, I would like to shout out the fact that for some flippin' reason, and this is only because he's one of the hosts, he has access to this channel, I guess. But for some reason, I'm looking over here, and fucking Cecil is in the he's in the recording. He's not in the recording, but I see his flippin' name in the client list.
I don't see his name.
It's because you guys don't have the
The magic.
share.
Right.
Yeah,
the Craig side of things.
Yeah, the
You can see them in the
There we
emulator or whatever it is,
Yep.
Craigulator.
there he
So
is.
like there might be some surprise audio from Cecil in there.
Oh Jesus!
There you go. Daymok hasn't said anything stupid yet, so you get all your stupid shit from Cecil.
I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him turn green yet, but I've been watching this the entire time.
He's listening.
Fuck did he?
Yeah, but aside from that, I mean, legitimately, dude, you're over 18. Fucking delete
Yeah,
your
get
shit.
rid of that.
Yeah,
Get rid of it,
burn
period.
the CDs, burn the photos, delete
Right.
the files.
It was cool while you had it when you were the same age, as long as they were within a year or two of you and you were, doing your shit together. Cool, because everybody can
just
understand that.
get rid of that.
As soon as you turn 18, get fucked, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, it's something that'll get your ass in trouble, and you might as well get rid of it now before something, whatever freaking weird thing happens, get your ass caught with your pants down. But speaking
Literally.
with pants down and feeling like you're getting bent over, Zyber's you've been having some issues with adapters and stuff, but how do you feel about how do you feel about
conversation was? I thought
That
that
is
conversation
a
was.
horrible fucking transition, dude.
I thought it was
I'm
going to go in a
trying
very.
here.
That is
I thought it was going to go in a
absolutely
very different
horrible
direction.
Transition.
So, Zyber,
I pass.
how was your last prostate exam?
Well, they found a bunch of polyps and a growth on my prostate.
Oh well, see, that's what you transitioned to. You transitioned into a prostate exam. That's where you went. It's all your fault.
Exactly.
Well,
A 20-year prostate exam.
So European lawmakers snub Apple's pleas, overwhelmingly vote to push for charging cable standard. So the European Parliament, a landslide vote on Thursday, called on the EU Commission to adopt rules that would establish a common charger standard for mobile devices. Guidelines, Apple argues, would stifle innovation and create waste.
No, it wouldn't create waste. They just want to have their own shit. That's all. So they can make more money on their cables.
Yeah, they can be predatory about it.
Yeah.
Predatory business.
No, there's nothing wrong with USB 3C. USB 3 is a great standard. Lightning cables fucking suck. They're always breaking. I haven't had a lightning cable that has lasted more than a year. But
What?
all my USB 3Cs are going strong.
I don't know what's breaking for you, but the actual like what goes into the phone, that's always been fine for me.
Yeah.
But I buy those braided cables now because just like with all the like, I got to pack my cable up almost every weekend because I travel. So
They always For me, they always get loose connections. Like the actual connector itself is fine, but where the cable goes into the connector, it always gets loose and stops working.
Yeah,
So
that's
you have
why
a loose jack port?
Yeah, I like my jack port to be nice and loose.
I like my jack port to be a little bit tight, so it's snug. It doesn't fall out.
We all have our preferences.
I just like for the wires to not be like, like kinked or broken, and you just have to like turn the cable a certain direction to get that perfect connection while you're trying to listen. So you go from listening in one earbud to now you can listen through two earbuds. Cyber, you know what that's like, don't you?
Fuck you, dude.
Dude, that was fucked. I came back and it was
Fuck
just that. I
you.
only caught the last
harsh,
sentence.
man.
That was fucked.
Only I can start those jokes, and then it's fine for everybody else to. If I don't start it, that's fucking rude, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry, Cyber.
No, I don't
I
fucking care.
I didn't think you did.
Lord, I apologize for that.
And all those pygmies down in New Guinea.
Yeah.
The poor pygmies.
Well, Daymok stepped away, so we can't ask his opinion on this, but I mean, I can't imagine.
I would assume his opinion would be pretty similar.
Yeah. Because I know it's annoying, like, you buy, like, they went from, like, USB mini. They went from one thing to USB, like, mini to USB-C. Apple went from one thing to the lightning cable. It's just like...
Well, Apple's always been proprietary. They've never adopted a standard.
No, they haven't, but they've done the lightning cable now. I feel like...
Lightning, it's been around since 5.
Yeah, like, they've stuck with it pretty consistently.
Oh, wait, we're on the universal cable?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what do you think about that?
I had to, tell the kids, sweet dreams of good night and all that wonderful stuff. Dude, fan-fucking-tastic. I love the EU. Dude, if I could blow all of you, I fucking would, because that is amazing. Let's do one standardized charging goddamn device. I can't believe the United States is so fucking far behind on this that we had to rely on the EU. But thank God, let's do one device. I don't care if they choose Thunderbolt. I don't care if they choose USB-C. I don't care what they choose, but a single standard, because it will come across for all PCs. It will come across for all phones. It will just, and they'll choose the best standard, hopefully, unless they're going to be assholes and be like Microsoft. But, hopefully they choose the best standard. And right now, Thunderbolt is a really good contender, and USB-C has already caught up and surpassed. So we'll see what the next Thunderbolt can come with, and let's adopt it. Let's be the fucking same for once.
All right,
Sorry.
So go from Thunderbolt 3 to Thunderbolt 4. Come on, Thunderbolt 4.
Whichever one, A, is going to do the rapid charging, and B is going to have the fastest transfer rates for data, period. I don't care. Let's do it.
Well, okay, so here's the thing, though. This is partially what I believe, and this is getting into this a little bit into the political realm. I'm sorry, but you don't fuck with business. Like, this is something that they don't need to necessarily be fucking with. It's an inconvenience, it's an annoyance, but how do you tell? But okay, so Samsung does C, Apple does Lightning cable. So
Apple can
who
get fucked.
owns Lightning cable? That's owned by Apple. USB-C, who owns that?
The USB company.
The USB company. So maybe they're the middle ground, and that's the better option to go to, because if Apple owns Lightning cable,
how much is a Lightning cable?
I don't flipping know, but if it's proprietary information owned by Apple, then you've got to, then Apple has rights to that, and then they can turn around and be like, all right, well, fuck, you guys got to pay us money for this shit, and I don't, like, I'm a business, fuck you, I don't want to pay, because, I mean, Apple already charges you so much shit for the proprietary shit that they have, proprietary tools, proprietary certificate in order to fix the freaking battery. You can't do it yourself, because then phone bricked. So
I don't.
Apple's not going to make this cheap for anyone else, and that's the problem with it. That's your innovation killer right there, because now you are telling someone that they have to take money and they have to pay someone else for it when they could invent their own thing that could be better, and then we have to convene an entire committee to sit down and to talk about how the data, 20 years from now could be faster and it could charge quicker. But no, we've set some law standard, and government moves as slow as shit. And you should know this too, being a all right. That's how I think.
No, I disagree. I'm sorry.
No, I actually agree. As much as it is nice to have a standard, it is up to the consumer to decide whether they want to buy the product that has the substandard. So people that give their money to Apple by buying iPhones and such, they're choosing to vote that they want to have that lightning connector, which I do not. The only Apple product I have is an iPad that was bought 5 years ago. But yeah, if you don't like the lightning cable, just don't buy Apple products. And if enough people don't buy Apple products, then they'll have to change their story.
All right, so let's be a little bit more clear on this. It is not just Apple products. It is not just the lightning cable. It is the 6 different versions of USB. It is the 20 different cell phone manufacturers that may use the Android operating system for 19 of those 20. And unfortunately, they're not all on USB-C. They're all over the place. There are still brand new phones that are out there. There are still, fucking Nokia is still making phones, and they have a complete different proprietary charger. AT&T also has worked with cell phone companies to take the exact same phone and make its own proprietary charger, like it has done in the past. It's creating a lot more fucking e-waste across the board. If we stick to one and then it evolves and the market says, hey, you know what? That is faster. Let's all move to that. As of right now, the lightning cable, Thunderbolt cable, whatever, USB-C, they're relatively equal. One might be slightly faster than the other, but as of right now, as far as charging your phone and data transfers hook up, no. But look at all the weird ass fucking cables from all the weird ass cell phones out there. It's not called Huawei.
Huawei.
Yeah, they make their own cable. They're not USB-C or micro at all. They have their own. It's a fucking fat one, like the old ass Nokia ones.
The last Huawei I had was micro.
Really? Did they finally go to micro on all of them? And then the new Motorola's. Where are the new Motorola's sitting at?
I don't know.
But they reinvented the Razors.
All you have to do is not buy them.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. Look at the price of cell phones. I'm not spending $1,000 fucking dollars on a Pixel 3 XL anymore. Or a Pixel 4.
I have a Galaxy Note 10. Apparently this is like $1,000 phone. AT&T paid for all but $200 of it.
So I have the Pixel 3 XL. I had to pay full price for it. Yeah, that was fun because my Note 5 that I had until literally the middle of last year. It finally shit out on me because of updates started making it slower and slower and slower.
Well, that's forced obsolescence. That definitely should be regulated.
Fuck that.
And it is in the EU. It's just not here in the States.
Forced
they need to fix
obsolescence
that shit.
is bad. That is very bad. That is anti-consumer, and that needs to be fixed.
Right, and Apple has been exceedingly guilty of it. I think they got sued in the EU over it.
Yeah,
but
Apple.
So they just
really
started releasing. Yeah, they did the patches in EU versus the patches that they did in the States, and but forcing them onto a single standard
to save battery life. That's
quote unquote battery life. But
right, that's why like you get a patch on a phone that you've had for several years. And it's fine. It's not broken or anything. It's fine. Then all of a sudden you do an update and your phone bricks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just forced obsolescence. That's just them making it so that you have to buy a new phone.
Yeah. Well, I have had Samsung for years. And I got tired of every year and a half of having the phone. It just started shitting the bed on me. It was like software issues. It was crash. Just wipe the phone, start all over again. Still same shit. I got tired of it. So I went to Apple. I've now had this phone for almost 3.5 years now. I just this past weekend replaced the battery. Cost me $50, and it's an iPhone 7 Plus. I'm still happy with that because it's software wise. The thing's holding up well, and that's a product that I'm going to stick with. I'm not going to go replace it with something new.
I'm sorry,
And again-
man, but I'm going to tell you right now. I think you're about a year and a half away from them giving an update and saying, "Hey, fuck your phone."
No, not anymore. Not anymore. They're like that is ruled anti-consumer after the EU sued them and the United States went after it. iPhones I have an issued iPhone 6s that I just turned in for a new XR because the government upgraded to XRs. My iPhone 6s ran smooth as shit, and that phone is old as hell.
Well, I didn't even want the Note 10. I wanted I had a OnePlus 7 Pro for a while. I loved that phone. That was a great phone. But when I switched to AT&T, they were like, you couldn't get that again. So, and we're being told to move along here. So,
Oh, I got so much more to say.
We
got about 15 minutes before I have to bail.
Yeah,
Okay.
Zyber has to go to work.
Okay, so then the quick thing, the new charging standard does not stifle innovation. What it does is it forces Apple to actually compete on a bigger fucking scale and make their shit 20 times better than what USB is making their shit. So it's going to be competitive across the board. Consumers win. We get faster speeds, faster charging. It's all fucking
Bullshit.
win.
Bullshit. It's
but
still going to
here's-
be made by slave
yeah,
labor at
I don't agree with
Foxconn.
that. I don't agree
but
with that.
The problem is who do they pick? The committee that they have to convene for this has to pick someone.
No, there's no committee that actually has to convene. The technology industry has to agree on it as a whole, and then everybody moves to that standard. The
Right.
technology community, meaning Google's got to agree, Samsung's got to agree, Hawaii's got to agree, fucking Apple's got to agree. They're going to go with the best standard, period, as long as all their phones, or they're all going to be fucked.
All right.
I don't know.
In the interest of saving time, let's move forward because this will be a point we could argue all night.
It definitely is. I mean, do we want to talk about this? The Verge, Google opens its latest Google Glass AR headset for direct purchase. Anybody interested in that?
Purchase? I really like the frames on that one, on the like the glasses looking one. It's kind of stylish. Also, I just think it's gonna flop the same way it did the last time. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. Like look at HoloLens with Microsoft. Look how big the lenses are on that thing, and that looks interesting. But this thing, you got like a little. It's not even a postage stamp size. It's like 1/4 of an inch screen in the upper left-hand corner of your left eye. Or is it the right eye? Let me look back at the picture there again.
It's going to be your right eye.
Okay. Yeah. So in the right corner of your right eye, you have about a 1/2 inch long by a 1/4 inch tall screen. So you can kind of look up there and maybe get like a text message or, just maybe a display to show you where to go in a map or something. But I just don't see it being very useful.
Zyber?
I have no opinion on it. I didn't care for the first glass, so yeah.
Did you get to
Go with
get
that.
to use the first one?
No, I've seen a lot of the tech
okay.
videos and whatnot, and it's like, okay, fuck this
Yeah.
thing. It's for like uppity people that
Yeah.
don't know what to do with their money.
Yeah. That's basically what it is. And that's why the first one failed. You have to have an install base.
I don't know if I would want. When I put my phone away and I don't look at it and I go out and I just do my stuff.
Yeah, you don't-
I'm not fiddling with it. Like you get this. It's a nice feeling. So I don't know if I want to be glued to something like this. Like
Yeah, just to have a screen in front of your eye the entire day.
fuck, I stare at a screen at work so
Yeah.
much. Like I don't want to do that. Like on my spare time or when I'm walking
But,
away from my damn computer.
I'm still even though I'm not very interested in Google Glass, I am interested to see where HoloLens goes with Microsoft. Because to me, that just seems more like the next step of VR or an augmentation of VR, where VR is definitely taking off on its own now.
Any thoughts on this Google Glass, Damok? Google AR?
It's gonna flop just like all versions of Google Glass has, and
That's what I said.
Microsoft's shit is gonna flop. Yeah, no, I'm completely in agreement with Gravemind here. It is absolutely gonna flop. It looks cool. It seems cool. There was that cool shit, but I'm gonna get it out of the corner of my goddamn eye. That is not gonna fucking happen. Yeah. I appreciate Google. Good fucking try. I love that you guys are innovating and doing shit. I love that everybody's trying to innovate and do shit, especially with augmented reality. It's not here. Give it 10 years.
Yeah. Well, they didn't do so hot with Stadia. They tried.
Oh! Cecil's a big fan of Stadia. Now we're trying out the GeForce Now, and it's still not there.
Cecil's kind of in the minority.
That's true. Every review is like, "Oh man, the fucking lag is awful," and he's like,
terrible.
"There's no lag. I don't know what you guys are talking about." Like,
it's so
no.
good. Look
Well,
how
I'm glad
good
he
it
had-
is.
I'm glad he's got a positive opinion of that. But Cyberblood, why don't you tell the good people where they can find you?
Well, you can find me palling around on the G.N.A. Discord, the G.N.A. Twitter, the G.N.A. Facebook. Also for Zyber Games, and that's let's see, Instagram at Zyber Games or at Zyberblood. Either or should pop it up for you. Let's see, Twitch, Mixer, Twitter, yeah, Facebook, many places. Just search Zyberblood. That's Zyberblood.
Thank you, sir. And Gravemind, why don't you tell the good people where they can find you?
You can find me on the Discord, and you can find me on Twitch at Gravemind575, Gravemind with a Y. And I don't do any of those other things anymore, so that's where you can find me if you want to find me.
You can also find him on the top floor of the library studying his butt off, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't study in the library. I study at home.
Oh. Well, then you can find him in his home.
Well,
Yeah, it's
might be a
easier to
little
watch
weird.
porn when you're home.
Please don't find me in my home. I'm not going to answer the door for random strangers.
Whoa! If I come knocking, you better be answering. I come with alcohol.
You're not a stranger, though. I've seen your face.
This is the first time I've seen your face. I mean,
I know, but now I've seen
okay,
your
we're
face.
good now.
Quick
Yeah.
quick
All right.
friends. Quick
Not
friends.
I'll bring alcohol.
Okay.
And Damok, why don't you tell the lovely people where they can find you?
I exclusively troll the Discord channel and nothing else. Legitimately, exclusive is exclusive. I'm just in the Discord channel. If you want to play some Rim Job Mob, fucking get with me. We're going.
And Cecil, why don't you tell the good people where they can find you? Cecil, you want to speak up? Oh,
Cecil, hello.
We know you're there.
Hello, Cecil.
Say something.
How's the attack on that, Cecil?
Yeah. you spiking your audio there, Cecil? You're just so excited. So excited to say goodbye to the wonderful, wonderful people that are listening to your sweet and sultry voice. Just
and
makes me- just gives me a shiver. Oh.
And ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Blue Shark 45, and you can unfortunately find me here struggling to carry this show on and match Cecil's sultry tones.
Yes.
But if you also want to find me, you can find me on Twitter at Blue Shark 45. You can also find me on the G.N.A. podcast Discord. You can find me on TPC's Discord and many, many others. And ladies and gentlemen, you can also find this wonderful podcast on our iTunes, Google Play, Spreaker, MyTuner, Your Listen, iHeartRadio, and on our website at...
What? You want me to say it? G.N.A. and your DNA.1.
Yeah, no, it's www.gnapodcast.com. Damok was supposed to say something, but he's not.
Nope, I'm not doing it no more. I'm not doing it no more.
I didn't
the
know that
kids
you
went
changed
to
the
sleep,
website.
man.
I didn't know
The
you
kids
changed the
went to
website.
sleep.
Wait,
Like,
GNApodcast.com.
Yeah, something like that.
Dot one still works.
Yeah.
It's www. I drank 64 ounces of Corona Familiar with several fucking tequila shots, or I think rum shots. I don't even know anymore, but I'm sober as fuck, and this is terrible. .com! And if I woke up the kids, you're all fucked, dude. I'm telling the girlfriend it was
I
you.
didn't tell you to do it.
I didn't tell you to shout. You could have whispered it. It would have been fine.
I was gonna do it. Also, that gnat is still flying around.
Yes. The Nat's a fan of the show, and the Nat's going to be in the show notes. And if you could...
Hey, Grave, just go grab some ice, then you have natty ice.
That's two good Nat jokes, man. I swear to God, like, he rolled the Nat 20, you got the natty ice. I'm fucking done. You gentlemen have a wonderful fucking night. I'm out of here.
And you can also, if you would, please rate and review our podcast to help other people like you find this wonderful show. And if you'd like to, you can also send us a question through our email, GNApodcast@GNAinyourdNA.1. Would you like to join our Discord server? Go over to Twitter @G.N.A Podcast and go to the pin tweet to join our Discord. You can also leave comments for us and follow us on Facebook. Just look up G.N.A Podcast. Do you love anime? Do you adore it? Does it make your day? Do you love a weekly showing of anime?
I know. I
Damok sure does. Then join us to the G.N.A Podcast for G.N.A Community Anime Night every Wednesday night at 19:30 Eastern Standard Time, hosted on cast.gg. Are you scared? Do you love being scared? Do you love horror, blood, and gore just flying over the screen, or some horrible B-rate movie that came in some Chinese language and subtitles in Dutch for some weird reason?
Literally
then
terrifying.
you should check out Horror Movie Night, also hosted on cast.gg.
I've ever seen.
Hosted
Also,
by Zyber.
if you're hearing this and you want to join for Horror Movie Night, guess what? You just missed it.
Yes, that is hosted on the second Saturday of every month.
Never experienced such scariness in my life.
And do you love games? Well, we sure do too. And we all host
I love games.
Is like everyone else experiencing Gravemind's camera go all twitchy and weird?
Yeah, just a bit. There's some thin thing in the background, but I'm not sure what it is.
I just know I love games.
We host a game show night where you can play with us every Saturday night, first Saturday of every month, hosted on mixer.com/G.N.A podcast at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you can have the chance to win a free game download. No, he's not, unfortunately. He hasn't returned our phone calls.
Man, you
and
need to call him again.
Lastly, we, the G.N.A podcast, are sponsored by Humble Bundle.
Not sponsored, partnered.
I'm sorry. Partnered with Humble Bundle.
Humble Bundle. It's for the kids.
Yes, we are doing this for the kids, but
It's for the chidlings.
Zyber, why don't you tell the lovely folks about
Well,
Humble
fuck
Bundle?
that, dude. You said my name first, and then you cut your ass off, and like, because you know
Opener.
that you said sponsored, so now Humble Bundle's got to pay me the goddamn royalties, and this is how this shit is working, because $partner equals G.N.A podcast is going to get you a fucking good deal on some games. Doesn't actually get you a good deal, but it tells people that we fucking sent you there. But if you go to humblebundle.com, you find the game that you like, you add the partner equals G.N.A podcast at the end of it. Take those sliders when you're offering them. They're kind of hidden. I noticed that last time I bought a game. You got to scroll all the way to the fucking bottom of it. Take the sliders, give it all to Damok, right? And then fucking scroll. Fuck the devs, fuck the charities, give it all to Damok. Of course, that's how this works. But no, give it all to charity, legitimately. It's a wonderful time, and you can get a discount. And Jesus Christ, if you're trying to find some fucking games on Humble Bundle, come to our game show night already. I'm tired of winning over and over and over again, and everybody else being little bitches and crying because I'm cheating. Yeah, Pat Sajak's gonna be there and everything, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, we had Will Ferrell last week. Like, Jesus. It was fucking great. Dude, the voice actor for fucking, what's his name? He did Diablo 2. Deckard Cain! Shit! I don't know the voice actor's name. His ass was there, man. We were having a great time. And the long-lost Shadow Fox normally randomly just fucking shows up to play some games. So you get to talk to Shadow and make fun of him. Or you can do the always winning piss between her legs Daymok win. So, yeah. It's a good time.
The outro has grown a lot.
Yes.
Yes, it's getting kind of weird.
And just so you know, the charity that we're supporting on Humble Bundle is Extra Life, which supports the Children's Miracle Network.
It's for the children.
And Daymok
For the
opener.
chitlins.
It's for the children.
Wait, what part was the opener?
The part where you got
shitty
is when I
beer.
passed you over and handed it off to Cyber.
Yeah, it's funny because it should have been Zyber, but Daymok just stole the show.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of our show. You all have a lovely evening. Good night.
Fuck you, man. You
night.
said my name and then you, like, fumbled over and then said Zyber. So I took the ball and rolled with it. I'm drinking piss-ass Corona, dude. I've got
All right.
64
Good
ounces
night.
of piss down me.
Opener part 2.
You gentlemen have a great goddamn night.
Good night.
Great night.
Good night, everybody. I just hope you have. I hope you have the best night of your life, and it's just wonderful, and it's just
Hey,
a wonderful.
I got a
night for
third
you.
one of these
And
32
it's just-
fucking ounce
It's
Coronas
just
to
gonna
drink,
be
man.
so
and
great for all of you.
no,
and I'm
I'm
never-
fucking. Hey,
never gonna
well,
stop.
we talked about
Never
this,
gonna
man.
stop
Where the
it.
fuck is that
Just-
homebrew
just gonna
shit?
keep talking, and
If I just
it's not gonna
go
stop.
ahead and pay the money for
Never
the
gonna stop
homebrew, where's it
talking.
going to
Just
come, man?
gonna say thank
I'm
you
waiting
for
for
a
it.
great night.
I am fucking
And I
waiting
love
for it,
all of
man.
you.
Like
And
I
just-
don't know
just-
where it's
just
going,
keep-
but
just
you are
keep talking.
amazing,
Just
and
keep
I
the
really
podcast
want to
going
drink the
as long
beer
as we
that you
can
are
possibly-
giving me
can
because this
possibly keep the
sounds
podcast
fucking
going.
phenomenal. Like you
just
said, it's
keep
a
it-
craft
yeah,
beer that's
yeah.
going on at your
See,
house,
Daymok
and
keeps
I'm
wanting
really
to talk
excited
about
to
the
have
craft
it,
beer,
and we're
and
gonna
he just
fucking
keeps
do
wanting to
this.
talk
And
about it, but it's
you
all-
keep
it's all
fucking saying that you
gone.
make all this
It's all
craft beer. I'm
gone.
not
I
even
drank
sure
it
what
all.
the fuck is going
I
on
was
anymore,
gonna
but
send
we're gonna have
some,
a
but
great goddamn.
it was just-
But dude, I will totally
just
pay
too
for it. I heard
expensive.
Cecil
It was
offer
too
it, but don't
expensive
let
to send.
Cecil
I
pay
couldn't
for
do
all
it.
of it.
But
No,
there's-
no.
there's
It's
a
not
new-
expensive.
there's a
We
new
got
batch
this. We
going
got
now.
this. We'll
There's
do
a new
this, man.
batch. Tastes
No,
like chocolate.
no, we got this.
Yeah,
You
we-
know what?
we
We're
gotta-
not even
yeah,
far away.
no.
Virginia, Arkansas.
Yeah,
we'll
we
be
can
good to
definitely-
go.
We can do something.
Yeah, it'd be good times. Let's drink some beer.